Rise and shine, ghosties of the congregation and metalheads, rockers. Tired human here. Just a few hours ago was at the Ghost Skeletá-eve midnight record release party at Fingerprints. I documented the entire, well, more late morning, early evening, and we'll share all of that footage with you for the many people who were unfortunately not able to make it to one of the record stores that were participating. But it was electric. Huge shout out to Luma Vista, the record label themselves, the record stores who participated, including Fingerprints, and obviously Tobias himself. I mean, he's been on a mission to reconnect with everyone and allow all of us to reconnect with the fans and just becoming more grounded and more connected with the music and live experiences and the sense of community. And also, of course, all the ghosties of the congregation themselves. It really, truly felt like a ritual. It was amazing. There were so many times when I stopped filming because I just was, like, unintentionally, I was just so amazed by experience. I mean, I'm like, this is 2025, right? This isn't 85, 95. This is 2025. It was absolutely incredible. So huge shout out to all of them, and again, stay tuned because we'll release the footage on documenting that, along with all the interviews from the fans' point of views. You'll definitely want us to stay tuned for that. I'm actually wearing one of the the Skeletá. Am I showing it the right way? No, it's got to be reversed. Okay. Yeah, one of the Skeletá bracelets that a lady there had made herself. Was crazy great story. She was just, speaking of great humans, it's just great message. You'll definitely want to stay tuned to hear what she has to say. It was amazing, as with so many incredible people and their thoughts and ideas, and I appreciate them sharing, taking the time. So stay tuned for that. But again, before that, I wanted to give my initial reaction thoughts to the new album, Skeletá. You know, what does Vera Von Wright think of the album? So I want to call this album the drummer with one arm album. Let's see how many of you can pick up the inside joke with it. But yeah, it's interesting. So for a long time now, the build-up has been, well, brewing, especially ever since, right here, right now, is like, okay, where is Tobias? Where's Ghost gonna go next? Which era? Well, it turns out that it's the 80s. 1000% the 80s. This is hair metal, glam rock, written all over it. I mean, Journey, Rat, Def Leppard. It's totally them all over the place, and it's not a knock. I'm not saying that I don't like it. It's just that it's different. This is not. They've always stayed really close to the line. Are they rock or are they metal? Well, on this time around, they are 100% a rock album. This is there's no debating this one. It feels like a black album scenario, right? Which is why I immediately was like so curious to hear fans' reactions. Ghosties, the congregation, how were they going to react to that? And you'll want to hear what a number of them think. Love to hear what you think. For me, I like it. I've always been okay with more melody and pop. It feels catchy. It feels relatable. It's easy to connect. As somebody had mentioned that it's easier to connect with it. Like, no knock on death metal, but the one thing about growling all the time is that it's actually harder to connect with the music compared to, you know, when there's actually singing and there's more melodic natures to it. It just comes with human nature. It's easier to connect with. I always associate Tobias a lot with Trent Reznor. Trent Reznor infamously always would say that, sure, I'm an industrial artist, and I easily could have been as weird as I wanted to be. It could have been just weird crap, right? But he was smart enough to recognize that at the end of the day, like, he wanted to be a musician, and he wanted to connect the music to other people. And so he made the decision to make it like the perfect balance of it's still expressive and it's still creative and unique, but at the same time it was accessible enough where you could connect and tell stories and allow people to, you know, feel more interconnected with the world. And since Ghost is very much a world and a, you know, world building and a lore, which is for me the real reason why I don't honestly even care where Tobias, he's welcome to take this wherever he wants to take Ghost, right? And if he doesn't want to do the lore anymore, which I think he's going to, I mean, I think the lore is happening. It's we've learned Tobias's ways with saying things and our interpretations, right? But regardless, it's you know, I am one of those people that will always love any time being able to be removed from my world into another world, right? We all are busy and, you know, our lives are complicating, right? It's stressful, right? The ability to just take a break and enter an entirely different world is just so beneficial, right? So I applaud, and this is why I talk a lot about Ghost, you know? I mean, there's millions of bands that I want to talk about, like, it's just, but Ghost, King Gizzard, these are two, you know, idols. These are bands that really understand those other intangibles that are so valuable and important. And, you know, speaking of the details, right, this album, it still has the fingerprints. Well, I had to. I couldn't help myself. Of Ghost. Imprinted on this album, you know, stamp, right? The satanized stamp that we were there, right? It's got the stamp of Ghost. The little details, is just it's so fun to listen to. Like, I joke about the drumming, and it's true. Like, this album sounds, the tone, the production, the style, it feels like a drummer with one arm, like the Def Leppard style. It feels like what the hair metal, you know, glam rock bands would do in the 80s. It was really like, it was, I mean, yes, it's not, I hate saying simple, but it is, in the sense of, like, it's crystal clear. You can hear every single note. And because, you know, there's now more, even though it is Tobias and, well, also Opeth members and few other members, but this leads me to, you know, the other big reaction I had, which is that these songs were absolutely written with one goal in mind: live. How could he make songs, The World of Ghost, take it to another level and bring even more live energy to the live shows? This is coupled with the fact that, well, no phones, the banning of no phones at the shows. I feel like the coupled, you know, nature of these two things, these type of songs, these very accessible poppy ballads and profound, you know, like catchy singing, you know, opportunities. Like, I every time every moment, every song on this album I was listening to, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is going to be epic. The live shows, I mean, it's as if it wasn't already, right? And Tobias has been on record saying that he's going to pour even more money and time and resources into this you know, this tour. I mean, all of this is just, I cannot wait. Gotta decide which of the shows to go to, or how many. But love to hear which shows you're planning to go to, if you're able to. Hopefully you are. And I understand that there are those who are unable to be able to go to the shows, and you know, they speak volumes as far as their reaction to the No Phones ban. That there's some that don't like it. Let's just say that we've exhausted this in a number of other episodes, but again, when it's all said and done, look, there is no decision that is great for everyone. You know, politics know this by heart, right? There is literally nothing. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. Like there is no way to get around that, right? So personally, and I think many people, you'll hear other people's reactions. I wanted to hear other people's reactions to that as well. And I think it's overwhelmingly positive. Like this is this is happening. It's when you go to these type of events, you'll understand why. The ability to connect and resonate. The energy, the electricity, the feeling with it. And these songs are going to be so damn good live. It's amazing. This leads to, question. Who wrote this album? I mean, obviously we know who, but within the Ghost lore, like who wrote this album? Do you believe that, you know, Perpetua, you know, Papa V, did he write this album? Because I want to challenge that it was not. I believe it was actually Cornucopia. And specifically as a reaction to his new situation, right? I mean, he's struggling right now, right? It's got his DNA and personality all over this. I can't. I'm having a really hard time listening and not hearing him sing these songs. I'm also curious if he's going to make an appearance in any of the live shows. I mean, kind of like Niall would do. Like, I wonder, like, there's a reason why he kept the character still going, right? Hasn't always done this. Like, there's got to be a reason, right? I mean, probably will, right? What do you think? But yeah, just I'm curious to see how Papa V makes these songs his. I know, because we haven't really experienced too much of him. I'm anxious to see how that is, because right now I'm struggling a little bit with that aspect. The non 3 singles, and this always happens with me. I find that I actually like the other songs that are not the first initial released singles, but the 3 songs I'm really vibing with is Peace Fields, the opener. There's also, what was the Zenotaph, and then also Umbra. I want to say it's Umbra. Correct. I'm sure you'll correct me. But those songs, Umbra, I believe, is the second to last song. Those 3 songs I'm really vibing with, especially Umbra, because I feel like, again, I love that there's opportunities. Thinking live, like with all the new members, where there's like 9 members now, there's going to be. Actually, interestingly enough, I met a few of the family members from the newbies at some of the previous shows. It's kind of cool having more connection with it, which is awesome. But yeah, it's going to be an opportunity for all of them to shine. Like, I can already just envision how much more electric, that these shows are going to be. So I can't wait. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And again, stay tuned for I'll release, the documenting, a few hours ago. And yeah, it just, can't wait to hear people's reactions. Also, one last other reminder. Yes, I know. I promise to continue the Dream Theater documentary series. I promise. It's been crazy on this side, but I will. Weirdly enough, I've actually had all the reimagination designs done this entire time. Just haven't gotten to everything else. But so again, stay tuned. Until the next time. Keep on rocking. I'm Veer Von Wright. This is Grafikmetal. Cheers.